I was born in Lithuania. I was in the orphanage for about 6 years old, and then I got adopted when I was 6. Lived with my parents for 14 years. I can easily lose myself emotionally and physically. I don't think my adoptive parents understood that I have, it's like a detachment disorder with people. We had definitely a lot of disagreements and, just a lot of time disagreed on stuff. So eventually I just said, you know what, I can't handle this, so I had to leave. So I ended up getting put into a homeless shelter in Joliet, Morningstar Mission. I was there for about a year to 9 months, and I was like getting into people's spaces and all that, just all that stuff. So they said, look, we can't handle this anymore. So they said, you gotta go. I'm like, okay, well, where am I supposed to go? I'm 21 years old. I don't know anything about living on my own. I ended up getting dropped off at like a motel. I spent the night there. The next morning they came and they said, okay, we found this place, Oakleiden. How would you like to come here? I'm like, yeah, I really ain't got nowhere else to go, so yeah, I'll take it. Sandy, from when she came to the hotel, she made it feel like, we're gonna help you out. We're gonna make sure you're taken care of. We're gonna make sure you're safe. And we're, walk you through every step of life in here at Oakleiden and make sure that you get what you need. So it was definitely good to know that there was somebody like Sandy to look out for me and make sure that a person like me was gonna have a place to live. It's like I'm trying to figure out, like, am I physically and mentally, once I get out of here, am I gonna be able to support myself? Am I gonna be able to adjust to other people? Are people gonna accept me for who I am? Are people gonna like me for who I am? Are people gonna wanna hang out with me? Am I gonna be able to support myself financially and physically and emotionally? What's my next step once I move out of here? For the longest time, my mom was one of my representatives, so she basically had control of my money. I became my own representative in May and started receiving my checks. And then when I came here, I knew that I was gonna have to pay rent for Oakleiden, so I thought, you know what? They're gonna take a lot of my checks, so I need to get a job to support myself. I've always wanted to have a job, but it's like people were like, well, he's disabled, so if something happens to him, it's gonna be on us. And I'm like, isn't that the life? I'm sure I'm not the only disabled person who's got a job, right? I started looking, and one day I was down at the baseball park, Longfellow Park, and I noticed this crossing guard. I'm like, I should go talk to him. So I went up to talk to him. I said, do you think I could possibly get a job like this? He's like, yeah, there's a bulletin right there. Just call the phone number on there. I'm like, okay, that's cool. The worst thing that could happen is she says, no, you can't work. So I'm like, okay, well, I gotta look for other options. But I was glad when she said yes, because I'm like, you know what? I know myself I can really do this job. I know I can do it. She got me the uniform, she got me, the stop sign and all that. And yeah, I just started working there, and I'm like, okay, that's good. So yeah, it was definitely a relief to know that finally somebody said, yeah, you can work. Instead of saying, oh no, you can't work because you're disabled. I'm like, whatever. Every morning I get up and I'm like, I'm going to work. I definitely find myself more positive here, being here. And I think anybody that comes here would have that ability to be positive about themselves and will encourage themselves to do more things in life instead of just being negative and saying that I can't do anything, or I'm not capable of doing anything, or I'm not good enough for anybody. If somebody else came to Oakleiden, they would see that, well, look, Paul is inspired and positive, and he's going out there and doing all these things and working and, communing with his housemates and just, being the person he's supposed to be.